we finally arrived in Creel. Took about 4.5 hours on the bus. Now we're just walking to our cabañas. But I feel like we're in the Wild West out here. It's not anywhere, it doesn't look anything like anywhere in Mexico I've been before, so I'm really intrigued. Creel is a small Pueblo Mágico located in the state of Chihuahua. It was about a 4-hour bus ride from the city of Chihuahua in the northwestern part of Mexico. So Creel is basically the starting point for any travels through Copper Canyon. It's where El Chepe, you can't see through here, but where the train starts. Because of COVID, the train's only running twice a week. Once on Sundays and once on Tuesdays. Today's Saturday. And we came thinking maybe we'd take the train on Tuesday, but oh, it's windy. There's so much to see and do, so I'm not sure yet what we're gonna do. We haven't booked anything other than tonight's stay. So yeah, we're just gonna fly by the seat of our pants a little bit. Because Chihuahua's in the red, lots of things are closed. The adventure park is closed, but you can still do hikes into the canyon and stuff. So this afternoon is all for finding out like what tours we can do, what's available, what there is to see and do, and then we can assess how long we stay and which train we take. My winter hat. It's currently 56 degrees, roughly 11 degrees Celsius. We're gonna go explore the canyon now. We're gonna go on a tour through our hotel Via Mexicana, and yeah, who knows what we're gonna see. I think we're going to a few viewpoints to look down into the canyon, and I'd really like to go see the Mennonite like village. We're also going to, I believe, one of the like missions. There's a lot of those around here. But yeah, I'm interested in general just to learn more about this region of the country, to learn more about the Raramuri, who call this area home, the indigenous people of this region, and yeah, see the canyon, of course. So we've got our hats, I've got a sweater on, I've got another sweater on, and we've got our coats ready in case the temperature drops. When the sun is out, it feels warm, but as soon as the sun goes behind a cloud, for me, woo, it feels cold. So yeah, it's we're getting the beautiful autumn colors and weather that we haven't had in a while, and I'm not used to it, you guys. I'm not used to this weather anymore. Oh yeah, so let's go explore. We are in Valle de los Hongos, the Valley of the Mushrooms, because these rocks, they look just like mushrooms, I guess. As soon as we got out of the car, we are being asked to buy things, but it's pretty beautiful. The sun's come out, so it's not as cold now. We've got ourselves a little local tour guide exploring the rocks. He and Luke are having a great chat. are now in Valle de las Ranas, the frogs, the Valley of the Frogs, because these rocks look like frogs, which actually they quite do look like frogs. We are going to do a little walk down the valley and meet our tour guide in the town of San Ignacio, which I think is just there. We are at Lago Arareko, which is a Raramuri word for roots, rice in Spanish. And it's so beautiful. Every time we get out of the van, we have something of an entourage to see if we would like to buy some products. Wow, this lake is so beautiful. Let me show you. Although Creel doesn't have like a ton of restaurants and stuff, the places that we have eaten, it's so windy. It's so windy in Creel. The few places that we have eaten, oh little pup, have been so good. That place that we just went off the main road, amazing. And so cheap, 60 pesos each. We had 2 burritos and a soup with birria. Oh. I like Creel. It's a sleepy little town. It's so windy. And the sidewalk is the train track. So, I don't know where we're going. There's also, without a doubt, quite a dog problem. Like, there are dogs everywhere. You can't, like, grab some food from a street stall and sit on the sidewalk or sit on the bench or anything, because you're surrounded by 4 or 5 dogs who just want to eat your lunch. But they're not aggressive. They just want to eat your food. We have driven about an hour outside of Creel in the direction of the canyon, and now we're gonna hike for about 3 hours round trip with a guide, obviously. Yeah, I'm excited to finally see into the canyon. It's gonna be cool. It's so warm. We've come down a little bit, I guess, from Creel, and it's like almost hot, but also the breeze that comes through is cold, so it's a confusing weather pattern. We've been walking for about an hour and 15 minutes, and we're seeing the canyon now. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. I'm gonna like fall over. There are 7 canyons that make up Copper Canyon. That's why it's so big. It's such a huge network of canyons. And the canyon that we're seeing now is Barrancas del Cobre. So, the one that the whole network has been named after. When you go into the shade, it's like 10 degrees cooler than it is in the sun. It's fascinating. So you're like constantly peeling off layers and then sweating, and then adding layers. But it's such a beautiful hike. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna put all the details below for the tour guide and stuff, so that you guys can book this if you come. I highly recommend it. I'm also out of breath because we're at 2,200 meters. And although that's the altitude in Mexico City, I'm not usually climbing up a mountain when I'm walking around Mexico City. Even just in the few hours we've been walking, we're like walking over someone's plants. But the terrain has changed so much. Like, it's so fascinating. Also, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's hot. This is like the most unique, I don't know, geography that I've ever seen. Never mind, ever seen in Mexico. Whew. We've been walking for about 3 hours now. Starting to feel the fatigue. Whew. Now we're in terrain that looks like we're on the moon. It's so white. And like, there's like mounds everywhere. This is probably one of the most beautiful and unique walks I've ever been on. We're just getting back to the car now. We walked for 4.5 hours and boy, don't my legs feel it. But it was so incredible. I can't believe people live out there and the only way to get out there is to walk. Or I guess take a donkey. I didn't see any horses. Nobody had horses, so they're literally walking. It makes the name Raramuri even more interesting. It means like light feet. They're light-footed. Obviously, they're the ultra-marathoners. But now, I'm really happy to see the car. We ended up spending 5 full nights, pretty much 5 full days in Creel. In the end, we decided that we would take the train the following Sunday. So we ended up staying in the canyon for quite a long time, in the canyon area. There was so much to do in Creel. It's so magical. It's the sort of town that you show up in and you just feel, I don't know, like a soul there, you know? All the people were so nice. We had amazing tour guides. I think it really helped that we spoke Spanish as much as we could. We took our tours in Spanish, although several of our guides also spoke English. It was just a really incredible experience. It's a trip we've waited 4.5 years to take. A trip that we have constantly looked for excuses not to be able to go, or not booked in time before, you know, the busy seasons of Semana Santa and everything. So I'm really glad we finally got to go there. I highly recommend adding Creel to your list if you're traveling on El Chepe on the train, or if you're looking for a unique adventure in Mexico. It's such a cool place to base yourself for a couple of days. I can't rave about it enough. I absolutely loved it. Obviously now we're in warmer weather with bigger hair. And I'm grateful to not be layered up in sweaters and everything, but I miss it already. Chihuahua is so magical, and there are several more videos to come with our experiences in the rest of the canyon, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss those videos. If you enjoyed this one, please give it a thumbs up. It really supports my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!